Hello, everybody. This is
And I
Christopher,
ripped.
and that was Darren. You just heard.
Yep.
And welcome back to my little shit show. I forgot to rename the stream, so hold on just a second.
Hello, people. I'm now the only one here that is a lifeline.
And I have to figure out what to name it.
Really?
I just named it World of Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy
If you can hear me.
Part 1.5, since it doesn't have technically Part 1 to it. I've got that. And I've got the chat there. I can't see who's watching. There we go. Okay, I've got it set up, and yeah, I was playing Fallout 4 earlier. Didn't really do anything, but I was playing a little bit of it earlier. And now it begins.
Great.
Yeah.
Super deformed hell. Here we come.
Yeah, Darren here does not like World of Final Fantasy, so
It's just a visual style. Just something about it bugs me.
I love the visual style, frankly.
I loved Legend of Zelda, Wind Waker. I don't know. It's just this chibis. Goddamn chibis.
Yeah, he does not like cheese.
Chibi.
Say crystals.
I will swallow your souls. I mean, nothing.
There's Seraphim right there.
Yeah. Where am I going? It's always the question, isn't it? Where are we going?
I'm going to the twins room right now. To sleep.
How do we know when we get there? What is the point of all this?
Yeah, everything's restored.
And where the crap is that rune trial I'm missing?
Oh, man. When we last left off, he died because he jumped into a Murkrat.
I mean, how do their heads even function like that? What the? Ugh. Chibis. Oh, crap.
And nobody's online right now. Oh, I wonder, no, carrier control, yeah. Sometimes you need to change your pace. Character lead has no effect on combat, so feel free to use this feature just for fun. Yay! The ground here feels hold R1 to fast forward and make time fly like a speeding comma. You can also enable automatic mode. Single press the button for continuous fighting without any input from you.
Okay.
Yeah, you can turn it like, yeah, make it where it doesn't do anything, you know, you don't have to do anything. Basic menu, enemy, you can always order this menu set target. Okay, let me see now. Abilities. No, not RAM. Okay. That's why I imprison them. Imprison them. Yay. like I said last night, I was talking about how this is like literally freaking Pokemon. This game is literally Pokemon.
Gotta catch them all and
evolve them all.
Die of disease.
Yeah, I know what experience is.
Where's a high-powered chain gun when you need it? Oh, here it is.
I don't know. I don't have any guns in this game.
What? No Barrett?
No Barrett. You do get Magitech armor though later on.
Well, at least it also means there is no Squall.
No, I think there is a Squall actually. Yeah, I think Squall is.
No!
I do believe Squall's in this game.
The prophecies were true.
Wait, what prophecies?
And lo, the emo boy would show up and throw his sword with an ending that's more convoluted than Evangelion's. Yeah, tell me that's not true. Go ahead, I dare you. All that game needed was all of Squall's buddies to be standing around him clapping.
Final Fantasy VIII was... especially since everything is scaled up with you. So if you grind, the last boss, well, no, the last mini bosses are even harder than the boss itself. The final boss, rather. The mini bosses are like, freaking impossible. Because I remember the last time I played it, I grinded like hell. Because I wanted everything. I wanted every magic. I wanted all my stats to be like super. Like freaking Super Saiyan level. Yay, cutscene. Something you can't see if you use PS4 share. The opening song.
Because fuck you. Sorry, I'm pretty sure that's what Sony actually says.
Probably.
Gotta love it. Everyone was up in arms about Microsoft being the company that was no longer listening to the players and all that shit. And
yeah, and then Sony does that.
so, yeah, Sony's the one that just starts ignoring the players.
Yeah. Well, they did it because they didn't want spoilers, but yeah.
There's the other rude trial.
See, if the game was like this right here, you know, this art style right here, you would probably love it because it's, you know, actually looks pretty cool. That was consistent. That was not a glowing endorsement. Well, it's consistent and it just looks awesome.
Yeah.
Except for the chibi part just then. Yeah. Then that happens. Then that happens. See? There's the Magitech armor right there.
It's like that cartoon, Marvel's Superhero Super Squad. That's what it reminds me of.
I love the Magitech armor, though. It's awesome. Because you can actually do that.
Loved it better when it looked actually intimidating in 6.
Oh, it looks intimidating. Trust me. Especially the giant version. Oh, damn. And there's champions. Squall is a champion, by the way. He doesn't show up actually, you know, as... No, yeah, he does show up as a character. Never mind.
The most nonsensical of swords.
Then Tidus. Tidus is awesome. Tidus, Lightning.
Yeah, he's awesome for someone that never really existed.
Yeah, you got a point there. He didn't actually exist. That's kind of messed up. Even in the original game he came from, he did not exist. It's like, what? And Yuna's in it too. Yunalesca's in it. Lady Una. Yay, someone is finally watching. Hello, unknown user that hasn't said anything yet. There's several ways you can engage in the chat by actually, you know...
Yeah.
Engage... Stupid.
What?
OBS. OBS disconnected.
Oh, that's not good.
It was only for like 5 seconds, so... Yeah, Vivi's in it too. Yeah, OBS.
Your stream's getting shaky.
No, it was
Oh.
OBS for some reason just decided to... Yeah, I'm not rich enough to afford, you know, a thing called a capture card. Oh, that's Darren. He's a good friend of mine, a good friend of the stream.
Yo. I'm just... Chibi's.
Yeah, he doesn't like the chibi characters.
You can call me a monster. I accept that. Hello, worlds.
At least we know they can hear you now. We know that now.
I was so worried. The strain. I didn't mean to sound sarcastic there. I was actually worried about that. I'm just... Ah! Cactuar!
Cactuar. I love Cactuar.
Yeah! Yeah!
They look like those
everywhere!
They look like those little collectible minifigurines.
I feel like they're crawling all over my skin!
Crawling in my skin. No.
I will end you.
Words? No, I think I said words.
Yes, but I'm full screen streaming the screen's kind of smaller, so at times it just... And I'm kind of... I am sorry, words. I'm sorry. That's how it plays out sometimes. I misread.
Soldiers from the Malaysian Army.
That and... I have a much smaller screen on here as we're using, you know, Google Hangouts, and the chat window is actually pretty small. Yeah.
Yeah, and these are ones you can't capture because, yeah, the chains, those chain link them to their owners.
In other words, they don't have to be worried about being drawn into this madness.
No, they're already drawn into the madness
Oh,
by their owners.
they're inescapably there. Never mind.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Speed up a little bit.
I feel sad for them.
They're being used by their owners to, like, hurt people.
Yes, and fight each other. It's virtual dog fighting.
Yeah.
Your Final Fantasy Michael Vick. Here.
But they like the fighting.
Yeah, sure. So do the Pokemon.
An apt.
But then there's always that guy there's always all those people that push it way too far.
Yeah, the word discouragement has a good point there. The skill mechanics of the creature you capture is actually really good, actually. Unimprisonable mirages, just like I said, they can't be imprisoned no matter how hard you try. Of course, finding a master. Yeah.
I was just gonna let you know right now, Words, you're not gonna convince me on this game because I am an evil, horrible person who has decided to hate it based simply on all the chibis. Hideous chibis.
Ugh. And now my acid reflux is kicking in.
Oh God, you're another one of them.
Where's the Discouragement likes it too. Sweet. So I'm not the only one.
Gonna have to smash some heads in and use them later to palate cleanse.
Yeah, Rydia's in it too. Celeste is in it. For Final Fantasy VI. Oh, a lot of the characters from Final Fantasy VI is in this. Like Celeste even goes to, well, alludes to going to the opera house.
And yet, my favorite character from Final Fantasy VII, nowhere.
Who?
Barrett.
Oh, Aerith. Oh yeah.
Barrett.
Barrett. Oh yeah.
The black guy with the gun arm.
Oh yeah, him. I actually forgot if Barrett's in this or not. It's been like a year or two since I played, so.
I have nothing.
Yeah, as soon as I got it, I went straight through it. It took me about 2 or 3 months to beat it, and even then, only got half the trophies.
Well, at least you tried, man.
I love Final Fantasy games. Words of Discouragement says, that's not saying much though, since I tend to not like Final Fantasy games that much. Blasphemer.
Hold him down. I'll fetch the chainsaw. It's extra rusty.
See, that's Princess Sarah from Final Fantasy 2.
In fact, the chainsaw is so rusty it doesn't actually work, so I'll just have to, make chainsaw noises and swing it around for a while, ineffectually. I'm going, "Arr, arr."
Yay, Princess Sarah. Exposition time.
Alright, where am I going?
Yeah, Giants with a J, not G.
This reason I tend not to like FF games that much is that I tend to focus more on game mechanics. Most Final Fantasy games have played disappointed me greatly in that regard. I really like Tactics Advanced. This one, though.
Well, the thing that gets me with Final Fantasy games is the story. What's the word? It's not really the mechanics, but the story and the difficulty that gets me.
He's a big softie.
Yeah, really, yeah. If it lacks in difficulty, I tend to get bored with it. But then there's a times when it gets too difficult, which Darren can attest to what happened with the randomizer.
Oh yeah, that went.
That went sideways, upside down, and just to another dimension of difficulty spike.
But
Me.
at least it wasn't as bad as the Chrono Trigger randomizer.
Oh dear. Oh god.
Breaks.
Freaks. Just
Not as bad as this game, but.
Wow.
But why was Chrono blue?
Why was everyone blue and green? And I liked Marl's hair though. I love that. I love that it turned Marl's hair pink. That was just.
Ever seen Mount the Madness? His starting lineup was like, did I ever tell you my favorite color is blue?
Have I ever tried any of the Disgaea? Oh, I love the Disgaea series. In fact, one game I'm playing right now called Phantom Brave is a lot like the Disgaea series, and it's made by the same people who made Disgaea, actually. So yes, words of discouragement. I have played much of the Disgaea series. I would say at least half the games I've played.
Right,
So yeah,
where am I going now?
Disgaea series is one of my favorites. Okay, I'm giving up on that right now.
Okay. Long awkward silence.
Yeah, long awkward silence. Well, we're listening to the
Subverted.
talk.
I don't know.
Really like Disgaea, but I tend to burn myself out on them way too fast. There's so much to grind in these games. Oh yeah. I know.
Mike's getting a little evil robotish.
Well, the stream health is going fine. I think it was the fact that I tried to do something and the computer did not like that I tried to do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I remember the first one I played actually was the first Disgaea. There was actually one room. Hold on. Yeah, there was one stage. I want to say it was the fourth demon dimension or whatever you called it. Okay. Ah, damn heartburn.
I
How do you
got
know that
nothing to
robot?
say. This is just. How do I know the robot is evil?
He's talking about when my voice went robot, evil robot.
Nah, his voice. I have no good answer for that. I guess I'm just a robotist, or
did you just assume that robots alignment?
I guess I need to check my privilege.
Check your privilege, man. Check your alignment privilege. Just because you're true neutral doesn't mean you can assume that everything's evil. Well, actually, on here you would probably be chaotic neutral.
Oh yeah.
You'd definitely be chaotic neutral. Best helm in the realm. So I have to get,
Sorry.
yeah, I have to get a freaking earth hammer to him.
Speak friend and enter.
It feels like it's been longer than 27 minutes. It's only been
And
27 minutes.
now they're not freaks any. It's just.
Yeah, and Tama has this unique character design. She says "the" all the time. This guy is fun, but if I had to pick some of my favorite JRPGs, it'd probably end up being Hyperdimension Neptunia franchise and the Tales franchise. Oh my god, yes, the Tales franchise is just. Oh, I fucking love the franchise.
Don't look at me. I'm Dragon Warrior and Tails all the way.
And the Hyperdimension Neptunia
Sorry,
is
Dragon
like,
Quest. Dragon Quest.
It's Dragon Warrior 2.
It's Dragon Warrior back in my childhood. That's how they localized it here.
Yeah, Dragon Warrior is how they localized the first one.
It was Dragon Warrior 1 through 4 on NES.
Oh yeah, that's right, 1 through 4, and then they finally decided, oh hey, maybe we can use the actual.
And then they stopped localizing them.
Until 8.
Yes.
About the same way, they thought Final Fantasy 3 was too difficult for us in the U.S., so they just never sent it here. That's the thing with Japanese. They assumed, well, back then, they assumed that, you know, oh, this is too hard for them. We're going to have to give them another game. We're just going to have to give them another game. Like,
Actually, we didn't get the real Super Mario Brothers 2
I was about to say that.
because of an American employee of Nintendo.
Yeah, he said that it would be too strong, too difficult for American audiences to actually like it.
Yes,
or to actually beat it.
The head of, or not the head, but one of the top people of their American division said that.
Yeah.
That was not an assumption the Japanese made, but that's
Okay, that's what the American.
that's what the
person over
Japanese
here
would base
assumed.
further assumptions upon at Nintendo.
Yeah. That is
And
until
yet-
we got, I think, not Super Nintendo, but the PlayStation and. You know,
Oh no, Super Nintendo. Have you played Pocky and Rocky?
oh yeah, never mind. Yeah.
I've played Pocky and Rocky. Fuck Pocky and Rocky. Pardon my language. I'm going to get a little salty here.
Salty Darren.
Oh, my favorite Tales game, yeah, Abyss.
Abyss was a great one. Abyss was a great Tales of game.
Because I didn't truly get invested until Symphonia, but...
Symphonia was awesome too. All of them were great. But the first one I played was Tales of Destiny.
I played the second Tales of Destiny, which was, what,
Eternia.
Eternia in the States?
Yeah, Tales of Eternia.
Oh, no. Or Destiny 2. Whatever. It was the second Destiny. It was the second PlayStation 1 that was released that almost no one played.
So yeah, my absolute favorite. I have to think about that for a second. No,
And then
Tales of
I was talking to someone, and they said that one was the shitty one, and I'm like, wait, what?
But Tales of Zestiria. No. What was the one right before Zestiria?
What? Wait, Visteria?
Yeah, the one that was on the PlayStation 3.
The Tales of Grace's F?
That's it. That's the one.
Which was originally on the the Wii in Japan?
I think so.
But
yeah, it was originally on the Wii. Yeah.
Didn't come out here until it was re-released.
Yeah, on the PlayStation 3 is Tales of Grace's F, because it originally was just Tales of Grace's. Or Tales of Grace.
I also like Tales of Vesperia. That's one that...
Vesperia was awesome too for the Xbox 360, yeah.
Yeah.
I like them all. Oh, Zillia. Zillia was awesome too. God, all the Tales of games. Just all of them. Why can't I like all of them the same?
The two on PlayStation before Abyss. What was it? Tales of the Berserk and Tales of something else. I can't even remember their names. They weren't that good.
Mirajules. I'm not even going to use that one because it's Libra. Grace has had a great title system. That's just, I mean...
Oh. And then they released Abyss on 3DS, and I was like, oh, hell yes.
I love all the Tales of games, like, equally. Really.
Only problem with the Tales of game is how much of a dick the main character is. But that... Well, he is. He's an insufferable little bastard. But that's kind of the point, and they actually character develop him.
Yeah.
He actually has character development that he stops being that way, and you're like, that's refreshing.
I'm naming everything by the default, except for my first one, which is named Max.
I mean, granted, his character development is basically a failing to stop a genocide. Well,
which one was it? That allowed you to have
being part of a genocide. I don't know. Huh?
Sorry, cutting you off there. What was the Tales of game that had Maxwell as one of the main characters? I remember.
I can't remember.
Because the other guy was a medic. Zillia. Yeah, that's Zillia. Oh, I actually failed that one. Yeah, that one I fell in love with because the multiple storylines. Yeah, Zillia was a great game too. All of them. God damn, every single one of them.
What saddens me is they killed Phantasy Star by making it an MMO.
Yeah, that's one reason I couldn't play it because I'm not an MMO fan. I just
No, you still got to try the original games though.
uh,
No, really, man. You
also another game that fits that same pattern.
I
Star
love
Ocean.
I love Fantasy Star 4 just because of the way they tell the story through quasi animated cutscenes. These sort of like manga style panels. It's awesome. Plus that game is hard as balls, but
What was that one?
it's
Man, I can't
it's for
remember
the same
that.
reason as Dragon Quest, where it has that sort of deceptive battle system.
There was another game. Man, what was the name of it? I can't remember right now. Basically, the thing I uh, remember most about it is the fact it's like 90% cutscenes. It's an RPG.
Oh, Xenosaga.
Xenos. See, it's amazing that you know Xenosaga just from that. The fact I said.
I simply know Xenosaga because I was disappointed with how little it had to do with Xenogears.
There's that too.
That and that game just had so much Nietzsche in it. Their will to mock. What the hell?
But no, that's another one I would go back and play again.
It's like I'm surprised that game isn't lauded as the ultimate Ayn Rand video game
Yeah.
by
Gotta
by
play
all
it.
their avid fans, objectivists.
Yeah, all objectivists.
Sort of the anti Bioshock.
Damn it, messed
I
up
mean,
there.
granted, the games, it would be a misinterpretation of those games from what I understand, but still.
Tales of Hearts R. I can't say I played Tales of Hearts R.
I don't think that one was released in the US. Wasn't that the one on the DS? Tales of Hearts R. What the? Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be mocking you. Haha, your characters are stupid looking.
The plot twist in it was arguably the best in any Tales games I've encountered.
It's the Vita remake. It was released in North.
Let me see.
Dude, I don't. We don't got Vita. We ain't made of money.
The
Ain't gonna
Vita
pay
remake.
$100 for a freaking
I don't have the money for
expanded memory. Yeah, we don't got Vita. I have a PSP.
that. Actually, I could
But-
probably emulate a Vita. But that's illegal. I can't do that.
No, I was just thinking more of my attempts to emulate a PSP.
Well, I've emulated a PSP before on this computer.
Oh.
It works, but it's a little.
I couldn't get Darkstalkers to work on it.
Oy. That's
Well, that's my.
I mean, that's a good game.
It wouldn't-
Not a game, but
It wouldn't display all the layers. It was weird.
yeah, that's another. It was released in NA.
Yeah, Tales of Hearts. He's saying it was released on the Vita, a remake.
Oh, okay.
Again, no, don't nobody in the States got a Vita outside of the reviewer sphere.
Yeah.
Because, dude, look up the prices for those memory cards. I mean, come on, man.
I definitely don't have a Vita.
Yeah,
I do not.
I'm jokingly being. Ah,
Yeah, he was joking about that.
I was using hyperbole to make a point.
Yeah. Basically, that shit's expensive. That's the point.
I mean, I would have liked a Vita, but god damn it,
It's too expensive.
I can't afford to pay that much just to save a video game.
Yeah, I can stack somebody else now.
If they hadn't, done that jackassery of PlayStation 4 era Sony with the pay inflated prices for your memory card, I would have been all in. Yeah, but there were a lot of games set on it that I would have enjoyed. Especially a console with a lot of good portable fighting games. There's not enough of those.
So it's giant, medium, tall. Okay.
They had some of those too, and I probably would have liked them, but
Crap, I should have.
Excuse me.
Dagnabbit.
I also hear the
Okay.
Uncharted game on the Vita was outstanding.
The what now?
The Uncharted Golden whatever
Okay.
game on Vita.
I gotcha. Okay.
It was supposed to be good. Damn good. I will never know.
Yeah, that's one thing about this game too. They have some pretty good switch puzzles. The fact that you have to use their weights in order to
Those puzzling puzzle switches.
Yep.
Ugh. Just reading that made me want to punch someone in the throat.
Sorry, I was
It's like those news. It's like those journalists that get a hold of one of those stories of human stupidity and can't help but making the freaking puns.
Wait, 5 or greater. Earth resistance 50 or greater. Okay.
Yeah, too bad I don't have a PS4.
Press triangle to activate. And my cigarette didn't light up. Damn it. There we go.
Ooh. Now there are death sticks involved. Yeah, and my laptop is shitty. I got Guilty Gear Xrd, and it's still running weird on my laptop.
I didn't like it.
Even though it should work on it perfectly.
I didn't like Xrd because the background character thing, the 2 layers of the fighting stage.
What?
Or am I thinking of another?
Yeah, you're thinking of Fatal Fury,
Uh,
it, where you can dodge in and out of the background and attack people.
yeah,
Yeah,
that one.
that's Fatal Fury. That's the Fatal Fury games. It's
No, that was a Guilty Gear game that did that, where it had a background and
well,
everything.
it was an XR.
Uh, Third Hammer
XR
Unlimited.
is XR is the one where they went. Well, they created the engine. They basically created the engine that would eventually become Dragon Ball Fighters.
Okay.
And if you want something that's awesome, look up Dizzy's insta kill attack. That is.
And still, my favorite character was Bridget.
It's like Dizzy, the one character that's Dragon Ball Z, a late stage Dragon Ball Z levels of power in a fighting game, where everyone's at like Marvel versus Capcom levels.
Libra, come
Because
on.
Dizzy's insta kill is, well, it's basically what happens when you bring a sword to a nuke fight. It don't go well.
Leave only this barrage standing. Okay.
You don't bring a sword to a nuke fight.
That's sound advice.
Well, unless you're
I've been ignoring the
Trunks.
chat this entire time. NA is short for North America. I have a Vita. It was the best portable console I've ever owned. Agreed, they pissed off a lot of people with the memory cards. And long term, they didn't make enough good Sony games for it, but they had some good JRPGs for the Vita. They're apparently porting, remaking Hyperdimension Remake. Oh, cool. To PS4 with oh, sweet. They're bringing
Wait, you're just
Hyperdimension.
reading that now?
Yeah, I was concentrated on the game like an idiot.
I have to read out the chat.
Yeah, because
All
I
the
don't
while
have
I'm
it.
trying to.
I haven't figured out how yet to put the chat on the screen. Plus, I only have one to two people chatting at any given time. So, and I think Words of Discouragement. You're from Nick's stream, aren't you? That's where isn't that where I met you? I can't remember. Best comments.
What do you think? You think I came here to watch you play a game?
Best comment. That was
Actually,
the best comment.
we thought you were here for the reason I was here,
to mock
to
me.
mock him unmercilessly. Which I have been very lax in. Your guy's hat looks stupid.
From who's Nick's Planner Walk. I think that's where I remember you from. You mock with mercy. I mock with mercy.
Mercy is for the weak. Well, especially if you keep slacking off on the whole mocking thing.
Do you want me to take this live stream and turn it around? I can take it right back home.
It's just I look at all the chibis and my mind just goes blank with disgust.
Dieters, okay, Dieter Lucum, okay. That's how we're meeting you either in Discord or one of his streams. Yeah, Dieter Lucum, okay, that's okay. That makes more sense. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like Ashens in that. Huh?
I'm in his
Sorry.
Discord a lot. Because oh crap, I don't have that ability. Damn it. Yeah, later on you get abilities and
Haha.
stuff like that.
Your greatest nemesis, Rock.
A giant rock. Yeah, I chat in Data Lucum's Discord a lot whenever he's right after he gets off a live stream. He usually goes right to Discord and just chats with all his viewers. Quick, get Chris Redfield.
Ugh.
God, bad puns. That's one thing about him. He does a lot of bad puns. I mean, I didn't like.
I just.
Yeah, in these thresholds, basically, if you die in the threshold, it's game over. So yeah.
And, what is with the chains?
That's the threshold. What I just explained. It's like a major boss area.
Is Chibi Pinhead going to show up? Is Chibi Pinhead going to show up and go, "We have such sights to show you"?
We have such sights to show you.
Well, I've seen those sights, and they are effective and horrifying.
Oh yeah, did you see the Nyan Cat version of that? Where she just starts puking up everything. Like Rainbow stuff. Where the girl's sitting there when she watches Nyan Cat for like a year or some shit like that.
Oh yes, and she throws up the rainbow.
Yeah, she throws up the rainbow. It's like, what the fuck?
Too much Skittles.
Yeah.
Taste the rainbow.
Ifrit
Exhale the rainbow.
and Shiva. I can only
What?
capture one.
No!
I love the way they look.
They're all cutesy and.
No, Shiva looks awesome, dude. Ifrit looks awesome too. Rama looks pretty cool. I love Shiva though. I'm a fan of Shiva.
Mecha Shiva! Mecha Shiva! Mecha Shiva! Yeah, I can't do it.
Each of them have like
Not
5
even
forms.
Venture Bros references can cheer me up at this point. That broken man is me. If you seek to command the three of us again. Well, it's a Japanese game, and
See, doesn't Shiva look freaking awesome?
80% of Japanese humor is what? Wordplay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the
Puns.
jokes in this game are just terrible.
Okay, it's more 65%, and the other 35% is sexual misunderstanding
Yeah,
or rape.
puns. Puns.
If you've ever read Urusei Yatsura, it's part of it's
And each
sexual
of these,
assault.
each Ifrit, Ramu, Ramu, and Shiva all have, I think, 4 or 5 forms altogether each. I think I'll go after Shiva because I'm loving the Shiva vibe.
Oh dear Lord.
Well, Shiva looks awesome. But yeah, like I was saying, this game's jokes are bad, and they should feel bad for making them. Puns and rape, yeah, or rapey puns, more like it.
Not so much all-out rape, just no. I'm not even gonna give certain people the door to say that I'm downplaying things. No, yeah, you're right. Puns and rape.
Puns and rape.
Rape and puns. Especially
I love her sword though.
especially High School DxD.
Oh, I love High School DxD. I adore that anime.
And then I found out that my best friend's 13-year-old cousin had hijacked my Hulu account and was watching High School DxD without anyone's knowledge.
You what now?
Yeah.
How old again?
13.
Oh dear.
I hate to say it, though. In Japan, that show's probably intended for 13-year-olds to watch.
Yeah. People in Japan are much more sexually, what's the word? Unoppressed. They watch stuff like that like it's nothing to them. It's like,
Well, here's the thing. A lot of it is from catering to an extremely repressed society in some
Yeah.
ways.
Yeah.
To the point where they're having, that population crash because, everyone's too awkward to actually have sex with each other.
Yeah.
And maybe also because of the radiation
Oh crap! Please don't kill me.
from that nuclear reaction. I can't imagine that was good for sperm counts, the Fukushima thing. Not to make light of it, that was some fucked up shit.
Fukushima's, yeah.
My friend Ryan was stationed in South Korea when it happened there.
Oh.
They were reading they were reading elevated freaking radiation in all the way in Seoul.
Seoul?
Yeah,
You mean South frickin' Korea?
South-
Damn.
South Korea.
They were getting radiation in Seoul?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Or at least the closest military base to Seoul.
Wouldn't that be young? Damn, I can't remember the name of it right now. I can't say it without seeing the actual word in front of my face. It's like Yao Peng or something like that. I can't remember the exact.
Yeah. My friend was a driver
Okay.
for the military, so.
Still, that's... Oh, crap. Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't die. He died. Damn it. You weren't supposed to die.
You've had interesting discussions with him before.
You had one job.
No, I know what this is. I can
There we
sense
go.
my own. Fuck you, I do what I want.
Rape puns? All rape puns. Let down your hair. No, it's rough
To the
puns.
window! To the walls!
Armor Jam, yay. Cool. Got Armor Jam.
Well, there's also a lot of food puns. Inexplicable food puns. I mean,
Still, that's
look
kind
at Dragon Ball.
of. I'm still stuck on damn Soul getting
But-
radiation from Fukushima.
But talking about Dragon Ball, there's also plenty of rape. Or attempted rape.
Yeah.
Ah, Master Roshi. He'd give Harvey Weinstein a run for his money.
Yeah, I got the small Shiva. Babliz. Beyblitz. Yeah. See? Isn't that just the cutest?
I'm sorry, words. I was thinking of I was thinking of all the times Master Roshi tried to sexually assault people, and I got kind of sad.
Yeah, Master Roshi kind of.
That's
I
right.
love
Tell
this.
him it was sad. That's what I felt.
I love this. I love this right here. Just. It says unique abilities. Just so you know, some Mirages have unique abilities that aren't shared between transfigured forms. A perfect example would be Tama's secret weapon, the Super Fox Dimensional Tama Beam. Star does not actually exist. Does not actually exist. I love that I actually had to point that out, that the Super Fox Dimensional Tama Beam.
Oh yeah, speaking of rape, have you seen Devilman Crybaby?
Wait, but if Tama Beam did exist, is that what you want? A sidekick with eye lasers? Eye lasers that will eradicate all foes. Eye lasers that will burn cute little retinas. Eye lasers that would be exceedingly painful. Shame on you wishing for that. Let's look into getting Tama a tail laser instead.
Sharks with freaking laser beams.
Sharks with freaking laser beams. Yeah. That would be awesome.
Ah. It's like, speaking of rape, Cyrene.
Bakemonogatari?
Yeah, that... Sorry. That Devilman Crybaby went some unfortunate places. Although that just... No, but it's on my list. A lot of that guy's stuff is on my list, I just haven't gotten to it yet.
Bakemonogatari. I haven't seen Bakemonogatari. No.
And I still haven't even seen Satoshi Kon's Paprika yet. I keep trying to see that one. I have to just buy it off of Amazon.
Has anybody here seen Seikon no Quasar? Seikon no
Has anyone ever
Quasar.
seen an anime called Ixer 1?
Anybody here ever watch a YouTube channel called Exerbia? Hey, Exerbia's freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so nice movie that I haven't seen, words.
Paprika is also a nice movie.
I
Or rather, I should say Exerb 1A. I like watching his channel all the time. There we go.
I'm just still waiting for Team 4 Star to get back onto Dragon Ball Abridged. Goku is such a terrible father.
Oh god. Well, you can't really be a deadbeat dad when you're actually dead.
Considering you have the Dragon Balls, yeah, you can. Like when he was out in space and refused to come back after Namek blew up.
But I mean, he's trying to, save the world. I think he can be forgiven.
It's all because he was still trying to eat that space escape pod made out of muffins. Sorry, I'm going by the Team 4-star thing there.
Yeah, he won't
The muffin
push
button.
The muffin button. The muffin button.
But I didn't install a muffin button. Where did I get this muffin?
Yeah,
All
pretty
right.
much. Hey, son.
Words of description.
Hey, son.
Hey,
Fight
son.
this alien who is kicking everyone's asses. Also, hey, alien who's about to fight my son. Have this senso bean so you're all ready to fight my son. That accurately describes it.
Goku. If he weren't able to throw thermonuclear explosions around, DCS would have had him shot in the face. Or, sorry, Child Protective Services.
Child Protective Services? Yeah. Yeah, Child Protective Services would, yeah. That's the episode I'm waiting on. Just CPS shows up and... That's the next arc, by the way. This CPS shows up and tries to take Goten. Because Goku's like, a deadbeat father. That just went to a dark place. That just went to a really dark place.
Darker than Cell beating Gohan half to death?
Yeah, much darker.
Actually,
much
DCS
darker.
showing up and taking those kids away would probably be a much lighter place. They'd be safe.
Yeah, true. They'd be safe.
Oh, hey guys, let's have both of our youngest kids fight this unkillable super monster
Yeah.
by doing an experimental technique that might turn them into freaks irrevocably.
Yeah. Well, not irrevocably. It wears off after a couple hours.
They think.
Fusion always is temporary.
I'm just saying, when they first do the fusion dance,
Yeah.
there are.
True.
It's very it's an experimental thing at first. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah, well, so was the first season of Star Trek Next Generation, but show survived despite it. Sorry, words is like DBZ is a kind of a mess when you really think all about it.
No, I need that. I can't sell anything. Damn it.
I mean, hell. Yeah, that's a mess. Look at Super.
Yeah, Super is a freaking disaster, pretty much.
Oh,
But yeah,
it's got enough good moments to keep me coming back.
There's one thing I would love to see Team 4-star do is just have CPS show up though. That just thinking about that, it just sounds like it would be freaking hilarious. Them showing up to pick up both Trunks and Goten. Oh crap, that's not where I wanted to go. I've got to go back. Okay, what? 91 Hills.
But you can't take my son. He's my son.
Or to get out of it, they just fuse. They just fuse and well, you can't take either of them now because it's Gotenks. This is a completely different child.
I could just imagine some poor social worker being driven insane by the sight of a fusion.
Yeah. How did you do
Especially,
that?
they do it wrong on purpose, and
Oh
then
God.
it breaks them.
It just breaks them.
Yeah, it does. I like my shows to be a bit more logically consistent. Yeah, Steins Gate is a really good one.
Steins Gate is really Steins Gate, Chaos Head, and Robotics Notes.
Steins Gate's one of my favorite dubs of all time.
Well, Robotics Notes was my favorite out of the three. Then again, I like giant robots. I mean, who doesn't like giant robots?
And I'm just a fan of the genre dicks with time machines.
Eh.
Which explains why I give so much leeway to Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. It's like people complained about, how the whole Goku Black thing ended with Trunks, but no, they needed to give Trunks a chance to be badass on his own.
Yeah, I agree. They needed to show Trunks being a badass.
They completely robbed him of that in there, and if you look closely, you notice his aura is tinged with Super Saiyan Blue when he goes up against them.
I noticed that. Then I love Goku Black though. Goku Black was a great character, especially Rose Gold, Goku Black, or rather Pink, Super Saiyan Pink.
Of course, discussing what I like to call the semicolon series is like discussing the Cornetto trilogy.
I love the constant cliffhangers, Chaos Head, though. Yeah. Every episode ended a fucking cliffhanger.
And there's times where Chaos Head just made me go, "Hey, what?" Not a good show to watch when you're really sleepy. And, fading in and out of consciousness.
No, I like the idea though. Which one was it that had the idea about the geolocation things? Wasn't that robotics? The geotagging, the geotagging thing. I haven't watched Chaos Child yet. I keep on meaning to get to it, but I have not seen Chaos Child yet. Yeah, Robotics Notes had to get geotagging it. Yeah. That's one of the things I loved about Robotics Notes, and the fact that they had this anime series, this whole thing that was running, was a small sub-story in the background about this anime that brainwashed people. Is they had subliminal programming in the anime itself. I love the fact that you can jump on this game, but only like how a normal human can jump. That's about how high.
I could jump higher than that, and I'm like 500 pounds. I really should not have said that on a live broadcast.
Well, I'm 6'5" and 300, so.
I'm not 500. I'm like 354. I haven't weighed myself in a while. Wait, you're 6'5"?
Yeah.
Huh. You could probably play Jack Reacher.
I have got to grab a drink because...
Be better casting than Tom Cruise.
I mean, I'm not fit at all, but I am... I mean, I'm in shape. Round is a shape. I am in shape. Round is a shape, damn it.
I'm just saying, you're having someone a character who is described as being 6'5", being played by Tom Cruise. Always confused me.
Yeah, the pacing in Steins Gate was a bit slow, but I loved I loved all the conspiracy parts behind.
Yeah, and
Robotic Snow.
the dialogue was, at least in the dub, the dialogue is good enough that I was just invested. It's like usually those kinds of animes with that kind of pacing just don't. I'm just no.
About 6'5" and also rotund.
Great. Everyone's 4 inches taller than me.
Round, like I said, round is a shape. You know what I'm going to do?
Turn on the.
You know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to level up just a tad.
We should just go throw us Reggio's pizza in the oven and.
That's the one thing about this game. You do have to grind a slight amount sometimes. Well, you don't have to, but it's better if you do, because the bosses in each area. I remember the first boss I fought, I had to. Oh God. Well, not the first boss, because the first boss was Shiva.
Right. You mean like Chrono Trigger?
Chrono Trigger I never grinded on. Even when I
but you could.
Even when I played the randomizer, I didn't grind.
I'm sorry, man. I'm not usually one with the whole dubs are better thing, but there's just something about the Steins Gate dub that grabbed me over the original sub.
I've never actually watched the Persona 4 animation. Anime, rather. I've never watched it. Oh, man, my sinuses. Yeah, that's one thing. Another thing I don't like about this game, the only way to get like the high level spells is you have to have the right stack in order to get those spells. But some of the ultimate spells are just super powered.
You have to have a bunch of chibi hats crapping on your head.
Yep.
Oh, good. So now when you start losing a fight, you'll smell of guano and pain.
I've got to go real quick. I'll just be a second. I've got to grab a drink because my mouth is just, and I did not come prepared. Set this down for a second. And I am back. I had to grab a drink. My mouth is... There we go. Okay. How does one spell a pain? There's 3 watching now. Someone else joined? 4 watching now. For the new people here, you can always engage in the chat. You can ask words of encouragement, and Darren here, I communicate pretty well with the chat. Hello, Darren? Oh, you must have went grab a drink or something too. Oh, everyone left. Probably because I was grabbing a drink. Damn it. Oh well. Did Darren have to go do human things too? The world may never know. It lasted a few seconds. Could have even just been YouTube acting up in your browser. That's a possibility too. And I cannot remember where. Well, I can't get the other ones anyway because I have to have their freaking ability. And it's good for gaining gil too. Yay, I'm gaining money. I'm just gonna go this way. I can't do that. Damn it, I can't remember how. Yeah, I have to, yeah, I remember now. I got to do that in order to get to the area where I can capture Rama and Ifrit. But for now, I'm going to take the regular exit out and then go to where I'm supposed to be going to begin with. Hold on a second, I'm going to message him real quick. Let's see. Let's see where he at. But yeah, if you want to stream like a game like this, like Tales of Berseria, which you can't stream, it's an easy solution. It's a little program called PS4 Share. And it lets you stream whatever game you want through OBS. And your system doesn't matter really, as long as it can run. Yeah, I think you have to be able to run certain. Oh, you've got a capture card? Then yeah, that's completely different then. But Tales of Berseria is unique in that it won't let you stream it. But I'm doing this without a capture card, so I don't, like I said, I don't have the money for a capture card. And I can't hear Darren for some reason. Let me check What the hell? Is this shit happening again? Like, seriously? Hysteria did the same thing? Okay, that's looking fine. Everything's fine. Try... Hold on a second, people. I'm having technical issues. You still own Hangouts, but I can't hear you. What the hey?
Hello?
There we go. There we go.
Oh, dear Lord. I was like sitting here for like 5 minutes.
You were just sitting there for 5 minutes like, why can't he hear me?
Like that episode of Buffy where Xander is... Yeah, never mind.
No, wait. I want to hear the conclusion of that.
What, where Xander, where no one can see or hear Xander and he goes kind of nuts?
Yeah, that's true. There we go. I don't even know when I'm ending this stream because this
and I was in the back.
It's just too much.
I was taking a nature break.
You've been quiet for me since Christopher went to get something to drink. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to get some drink because my mouth was as dry as an oasis here.
Okay, I must have accidentally hit the mute button on my headset.
Again.
Happens. I should probably switch to my Turtle Beach one.
I mean, I'm sorry, but my medicine kind of dries my mouth out like really quick. Am I good on health? Yeah, I'm pretty decent on health.
Huh.
Okay, that was not a good analogy. I admit it. Dry as an oasis is not a good analogy. Yeah. I just realized that. Dry as an oasis? Like,
I wasn't going to say anything, but...
All the water?
Because I want to get fired.
You're fired. Where's the discouragement? You're fired. Dude, just pack your shit up.
Hooray! Now you owe me back, unemployment.
Oasis, a fertile spot in the desert where water is found. Yes, thank you for pointing out my severance pay. Hooray!
I believe the word he was looking for was mirage.
No, Dry as a Mirage would make no sense whatsoever. It would literally make no sense because mirages are...
Yes, but it would make more sense because the whole point of the mirage is that there is no water there. It was an illusion the whole time.
True. You have a point. Oh yeah, there's another thing that you don't know about this game.
Oh shit, I forgot. Romancing Saga 2 came out on next-gen consoles.
Ooh. Romancing Saga. Awesome. That's a decent game.
But the mirage is created by the heat coming off of sand specific.
Yeah. What if he mirages sand where there is water? Aha! Good point. What if there's an oasis right in front of me, but I can't see it because...
That's not how mirages work.
That's not how anything works.
You ever see one of those commercials where the guy's in the desert and there's that weird optical illusion of shimmery? That's what a mirage is. It
Yeah.
is literally an optical illusion created by heat that's coming off of a dry surface.
Like when you see weird things in the road while you're driving that's really hot.
I went to high school. That's how I know how mirages work.
No, how do you know how mirages work? Do you live in the desert, Darren? I don't think so. Are you just assuming his living status? Words of discouragement?
As an Arizonian, I hate you now. Nah, I'm just kidding. I live in Chicago.
Did you go to high school in the
It's
desert?
called the Science Channel.
This isn't the Science Channel.
Because mirages are, phenomenon that have been heavily documented, and the actual science and physics behind them are explained. I'm just saying, man.
Yeah, I'm only 6 levels away from a transfig.
You didn't come here for. Wow. You came here for high school level science. That's kind of sad.
Yeah,
That is not something you should have admitted to, man.
Yeah, he said, I didn't come here for video games. I came here for high school level science.
I'm sorry, man. Just.
There we go. Everyone's all levels up now.
You can have this one.
What the hell?
Dear Lord.
What the honk? How do I get down there? I can't. Okay. Girls Dot Band 1.
I feel like that's more set. What?
He's saying it's my fault since he's the only viewer. Well, my and yours. We both share. We are complicit in that, Darren. Since you are complicit,
Sure.
Darren.
Whatever
You're
you need to
complicit.
tell yourself to sleep at night, man. Just.
and
I'm just gonna boot up Doom again.
and if you follow Ivanka Trump, you know that complicit means wanting to help out. Want to be a force for good, rather. Yeah, Ivanka literally said that complicit means wanting to be a force for good, or some cheesy crap like that. That makes no freaking sense.
You are complicit in the sadness of me coming here for high school level science.
Yeah.
Did we advertise in any way high school level? What? I'm confused. What are you doing with this channel, Chris?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Do I look like Bill Nye the Science Guy? Do I look?
No, not really.
Like,
no.
I don't even have a bow tie.
I don't have a bow tie either. Bow ties are cool though, don't you know?
Well, yeah, that's why Bill Nye wears one.
Well, I was more along the lines of Doctor Who there, but okay.
Well,
Bow
yes.
ties are cool.
And I'm saying that's also why Bill Nye wears one.
He's doing high school level science. What is not clear about this?
I'm not doing science.
You are sciencing well.
My head hurts now.
God. I can't even right now.
CRISPR is. Try to follow. What?
I don't know. I'm winging it here. I'm
Does he
just
think
winging it.
stacking things on, or stacking hideous chibi things on non-chibi things is science?
Yes, stacking chibi things on non-chibi things is science. Isn't that the definition of science? Trying to stack small things on top of larger things?
No!
But I don't know what science is then. Yeah, it's gravity. Yeah, it's gravity, see?
You did this, Words! You broke us! Are you happy now?
It's the building blocks of science. Yeah, literally. You're building them up. Stacking small things on top of big things is science. It's the science of gravity. I think we broke Darren.
I need a drink.
A stiff drink? Like what?
I need a
level of
red
stiffness?
stripe.
What level of stiffness are you going for in a drink?
I hate you all. More than
See?
life itself, I hate you all.
See, Professor Crismer gets it. I like that. The guy just goes flying out of nowhere. Unga! Like, okay. Just a random guy flying out of nowhere. We both had the same thought just then. It's like, I don't even know how long I'm going tonight because this is fun.
Join YouTube, they said. Stream to the world, they said. I'd rather be drinking.
Oh, a cure seed, yay.
My beverage obtainment? How was it? I don't have any booze right now, and Ragnarok is going on outside, so I can't drive to the liquor store. I hate you and life and everything.
So you mean a giant wolf? So you mean the giant wolf has appeared and he's about to eat Odin?
No, Odin's gone. We're in the belly of the snake now. No sun, just cold and snow and ice. I'm
So
talking
Odin,
about the world.
So Odin just
The
like
end
peaced
of
out.
the world.
You're not streaming to the world, it's Word. Yeah, right now I'm only streaming to Word, apparently. There's other people that keep on joining, and they just don't exist.
Yes, well, you are not part of the people who told me to do this as assumptions. Word. Ah.
Callback style of joke, okay. Yeah. Oh, you mean like, what you call it, damn it, I can't think of the word.
A running gag?
Running gag, that's it. The running gag, yeah. It's a running gag.
I'm too lazy for that.
Yeah, I'm more like a casual strolling gag.
Just a slow kind of pacing gag.
Well, slow paced gag, those are the best. It just like comes out of nowhere.
About scooting sideways slightly on the couch gag.
Oh crap. There goes a dude.
Oh, he's not chibi.
Yeah.
Of course, you're going to destroy him to break that.
Yay!
In this game, there is no hope.
Libra. Behemoth. I'm catching this bitch. Because Behemoth's one of the better early stage monsters. Use physical
know
attacks
words
to
of-
get his immunity. Okay.
No words.
I might not be able to catch it.
If it weren't for my horse, I'd have never spent that year in college.
If it weren't for my
That's
horse,
all.
I'd never spent that year in college. I still love that joke. That it's like, wait, what?
Moral of the story is that you shouldn't make the IHOP your health club.
That's a good moral. That is a great moral to have.
I miss Lewis Black.
Yeah, me too, actually. He's one of the best comedians of our time.
Oh, we still have Christopher Titus. And Patton Oswalt.
Yeah. Yep. But we'll never get back George Carlin.
I had a friend who... Words of discouragement. I had a friend who hated the name Ethel. And so me and her boyfriend would actively make Ethel puns. But we'd try and build them up by telling a long story to disarm her first.
Okay, that sounds interesting. Okay, I see what he said now. He said, my favorite sort of slow, boring story that gets to a punchline after a few minutes.
So I talked to her for 5 minutes or so about a time when I had to go to the hospital, like the ER in the middle of the night because I was coughing so hard I couldn't breathe. Oh, God.
That doesn't sound like a fun time.
No, don't go there with me, man. And then the doctor pulled out a stethoscope.
I saw it coming a mile away.
So, did she kneecap you with a crowbar after this?
I saw it coming a mile away, but it's still... God damn it. Physical attacks. Okay. Cool. That's a black knight. She was super mad. It was great.
God damn you, man.
I have no. Oh, I got 2. Damn it. 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 2, 2.
Now all I can think of is that John Mulaney routine.
Oh god.
The
What's
Salt and
new,
Pepper
Pussycat?
Diner.
What's I forgot the name of it. What's new, Pussycat?
Yeah, that's the one. 27 times.
27 times. Oy. Yeah, that
Just
one.
you want a good idea for a way to mess with people? Just look up John Mulaney,
Yeah.
the best dinner I ever had. Or best meal I ever had.
Yeah.
That is just it's the secret of how to get people to weep tears of joy at the song It's Not Unusual.
Yep.
Actually,
And they
weird.
will. Weep tears of joy. We were actually driving around when I made that joke. So after a minute, I asked her if she wanted me to roll down the window so that she could get a breathful of fresh air.
Surprised you weren't worried about the cops pulling you over and making you take a breathalyzer test. Now he's thinking,
Her anger did not subside for a while.
just be glad she didn't punch you in the throat, man.
Yep.
I've made that mistake with that kind of person.
From higher up the camp, okay. I do need to heal.
Uh,
There we go.
now all I can think of is this
Well.
other routine. And because of it, I just want to be dry. I just want to, get some hot, fresh Krispy Kremes and get pulled over by the cop. So when the cop asks me why, if I know why he pulled me over, I could just point to the donuts and say, "You could smell them, right?" Gabriel Iglesias. He's okay.
I'm glad they didn't pull me over. I'm a convicted metal dealer. By the cop. There's only one. It's like Highlander.
There can be only none. I can't do the Master Shake voice, so that's the best you're going to get. Oh, great.
Remember
Final
when I said
thing.
I was having fun earlier? Oh, how I missed those 20 minutes ago. I'm just joking.
Yeah, joking.
I was
Just that 2 hours in stream silence. It's just well, almost 2 hours in stream silence.
Yeah. Look, you
Makes
can
you
see them
wonder.
all fighting.
Huh?
I said, look down there. You can actually see them fighting.
That's just kind of sad.
I need to take a second to break here. God damn it.
Did that change? To be fair, I've been silent this whole time.
Yeah, you have been.
It's fair enough. Fair enough.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh, that's why I couldn't capture Max, because I can capture another one in though. No, I can't.
Now, quickly, beat up on the adorable dog-like animal.
I've already
That's
got one.
heroic, right? Animal abuse. Oh, God, it wasn't even like attacking when you killed it. It was just sitting there crying.
It's like, why are you attacking me? I'm not doing anything. Yet.
I'm just typing into the void, and you two are deciding to acknowledge it. Well, that's because we're lazy and we don't have good material. That's how this kind of works. I've already stolen from Gabriel Iglesias and Epic Rap Battles of History. So.
Well, I haven't stolen from anybody. So
Oh, and Lewis Black.
I haven't stolen from anyone, so I'm actually in the clear here, for once.
Yes, you haven't stolen from anyone.
Yep. I've not stolen from anyone. I am completely innocent of that. I don't know what you're referring to.
Especially not that jeweler 15 blocks away.
Oh, especially not her. Yeah, I'm not complicit in that at all. Copyright strike, stolen jokes. No, that's actually one reason I am afraid. I am very afraid of trying to play Tales of Berseria on here. It's because I don't want a copyright strike.
These stolen jokes brought to you by Starbucks. Starbucks. Because we know you'll pay $20 for a cup of coffee.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
I say holding a bottle of Starbucks mocha cappuccino.
Oh, I love those. I had a Mocha Loca earlier. Or Loco Moco, or whatever it was. One of the monster variants of the Frappuccinos. Those are the best.
You can keep blaming us for the high school level science. It doesn't change the fact that you're the one who decided to come here.
You came here. As opposed
you came to us. We did not make you.
If you want high school level science, go to Dan or Lucum.
Wait, agree with him. He's our only viewer right now.
Oh, true. So yeah, the
We're sorry for sucking, sir.
The Miliary experiment was
And now we'll get on to how vaccines work.
They give your kids autism, for one.
If you know Bill Maher, call him up and make him watch this. He doesn't understand it. God damn, that was weird.
Oh, shmup.
Yes. Yes, we want you to go to high school, word. It's a
No,
very
we
enriching
want
experience in the modern school system today.
no, we want you to stay here and learn high school science from a video gamer, because I know all the best science. I are
He's
the
got all the
science.
best science. He
I
describes it in all the best words.
I are the best science. I are science good.
He's Chris Murnau, the science guy.
Yep.
Chris.
Oh, God. I know you recognize that character.
What? I wasn't paying attention. I was trying to decide between Sonic Mania and Hydro Thunder.
Warrior of Lights.
That's supposed to be the Warrior of Light. What?
Yeah. That's the Warrior
How
of
am I,
Lights.
how am I supposed to recognize that character?
Because the way he looks, the helmet.
Well, first of all, last time I saw that guy, he was in 8 bits.
True. True.
For the record, though, I've completed high school. I'm currently taking classes in college. Sure.
Been in Dissidia? I don't know if he's been in Dissidia or not.
I have not played Dissidia.
Nah, me neither.
I found it to be a tasteless ripoff of VR. Of what was that game? VR Troopers, not VR Troopers. Virtual On. That's the one. Why couldn't I think of that for a second?
I can always buy it once I get enough money, but I don't got enough money to buy anything right now.
If it ain't on Dreamcast, I don't give a rat's ass. Nah.
Wow. If it ain't on Super Nintendo, I only play Super Nintendo games.
Dreamcast. We have Grandia 2. That's about it. That's all we need. You fucking aced the midterm. Okay. Good for you.
Sweet.
I don't mean that sarcastically. Good for you, man.
Sweet. Good on you for acing a midterm.
I just... Software development and business analysis. Just because I act retarded doesn't mean I actually am.
Just because I play good games on YouTube doesn't mean I'm a good gamer. Wait, what? I are the best gamer.
I think I'm gonna play Sonic Mania. Nah, I'm just pulling your chain, man. It's a business degree.
Unimpressible. Okay, I thought so. I was just seeing what he was weak against.
Just No one remind him of the crippling debt.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Or like Monoxania. What?
Not Monic Sania. Sonic Mania. Monic Sania.
Okay, no. No. I'm pretty sure you are retarded, man.
God damn.
I just. What?
Just don't bring up Monica. Monica seems to be everywhere nowadays.
Yeah, sure, good comedy.
Mega Phoenix Armor Gem, yay. I need more Armor Gems. Just Monica. Yeah, you won't bring up Just Monica.
Oh, you know what they say.
Doki Doki Literature Club joke there. I had to say relevant.
Always look on the bright side of life.
Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. That's the only part I remember.
Yeah. You gotta laugh. Laugh and dance and sing. Ah! Is Derek Idle still alive? I hope so.
Single artist.
I want Telltale Games to do a Discworld adventure
Ooh, that
game.
would be nice. Actually, that would be awesome.
It's like, yeah, I know they did one on PC and PlayStation, but that thing was just, there was Moon Logic, and then there was Terry Pratchett Discworld on PlayStation.
Oh god, Terry Pratchett logic is just that's. I wasn't aware that Terry Pratchett and Logic were such oxymorons. Terry Pratchett logic just is, like I said, it's an oxymoron, pure and simple. Stack of mirages with abilities of like elements causes the abilities layer into a more powerful form. For example, 3 mirages with fire, and Fira results in a stack that can wield Firaga. Thomas Foxfire is a fire attack too, so it can be used as a substitute. Excuse me.
Oh, these freaking bonus
Physical
stages.
weapons like swords and fangs, the stack will be able to wield cross slash. Of course, that's not the only example, so tinker around and see what you can come up with. Super abilities, same L-size characters.
Darren, why are you so upset with me? I just want to be friends. If you want, we can hang like Sayori.
Oh god.
I'm...
You haven't played or seen Doki Doki Literature Club, have you?
I've seen the Let's Plays. Holy shit, dude. I was hoping that wasn't where you were going with the Monica thing.
Just Monica kidding. I've actually, to be honest, I haven't watched much of the Doki Doki Literature Club playthroughs. Oh crap, what the... Okay. My computer's being a little bit. There we go. Okay. It was being a little bit glitchy with the program there for a couple seconds. Just kidding. I wonder if Data Lucan would play Doki Doki Literature Club on live stream.
I've played through it. Words of discouragement. I've played through it to get regular and good endings, and I've watched a few playthroughs. There are good endings to that game?
That's a fair point.
Just... It's like Corpse Party.
There's...
You know, where only most of your friends die.
There's a bad ending and a bittersweet ending, apparently.
Yeah, because I know there's not a good ending. I do not imagine that's a situation you come through and say, where someone asks, "Are you good?" and you're like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah, I'm good. I'm fine. Level 23 or level 30, okay. I'm trying to hit that way anyway.
No, the good ending is they are. Oh, thanks. You just spoiled it.
Well, now I can't even play it.
What is wrong with you? Spoilers, really? No class at all.
Man, this oh, okay. Yeah, I did not read that out loud because I didn't want spoilers on the channel.
You wouldn't have been able to get to it without spoilers anyway. That's just an excuse.
And wasn't there a part in the game where you could rename the characters' files to JPEG images and something happens in the game?
Gotta love that when you have to actually mess with files and directories.
Yeah. I wish more games did something like that.
Except every time games do stuff like that, I'm worried I'm going to accidentally somehow brick my computer.
Yeah. There was this one game, damn, I can't remember the name of it right now. I saw Markiplier play it a long-ass time ago.
Wasn't Inner Space, was it?
It might be it. It's where you're in this, basically, like, it's just a haunted house kind of looking thing, deal.
Oh, no, that's not Inner Space.
And then you had to, like, actually find things online in order to add them to your, game.
Inner Space was this top-down asteroids-like shooter / role-playing game where it used your file directories and stuff to base the world off of. So you're basically flying around your own computer trying to stop a viral invasion.
That actually sounds pretty frickin' cool.
It was.
To be honest.
Although it is unnerving that it, reads your entire file directory and messes with that to get at
Yeah,
all.
it's really difficult to obtain. You have to save really early, do Sayori's route first, then load before she blank, and then not, and then you need to get all. Okay, okay. I learned something today. Yeah, almost. I did. I don't want to talk about that online. I don't. This is a.
What the hell's a Yandari?
Oh crap! Since Yuri goes yandere and refuses to let you hang out the second night. Have you seen Future Diary?
I know what Yandari is. I'm joking.
Okay. Oh, so you know what yandere is? Okay.
I've seen the simulator.
Oh, yandere simulator. Yeah. That doesn't even go close to what a yandere actually is.
You will be mine, Senpai. You will be mine.
Yeah, until you actually kidnap Senpai and threaten to kill him if he didn't end up with you. Yeah. This yandere is Gasai Yuno was like the first character to pull that off. It was a decent series despite the end being kind of bad. Yeah, the ending was not that great on Future Diary. They could,
Yeah, but how about School Days?
Damn it, I can't. There we go.
No.
About what?
I said, how about School Days? No.
But no, Future Diary was.
I
love
said,
Future
yeah,
Diary.
but how about?
Okay. I preferred the ending of School Days. Okay.
Okay. Just going to
I love the ending of Fat-Free
push
by
my
Mermaid.
laptop a little further away from me since there's no other way I can get some room from you. Words of discouragement.
Distance yourself from that. I haven't seen School Days, so.
So,
I don't know what
what'd you
that
think
is.
of Hostel?
Is it that bad? Is it really that bad? That you
Actually,
you prefer
Hostel's ending is, pretty encouraging until you watch the second one.
Or kind of like the Human Centipede movie.
Spoilers: the second movie begins with the survivors being brutally fucking murdered.
Well, damn.
Yeah.
So, how was Nightmare on Elm Street? Where the same girl kept on it. It's just. Oh crap! There we go. Okay. My controller became
So
disabled
sad.
for a second.
Jackie Earle Haley was a good Freddy. Too bad everything else about that movie sucked.
It was the first horror movie I ever watched. And I could not sleep for about 3 months after I watched it.
Oh, you mean the original? Okay.
I couldn't sleep for a good 3 or 4 months after I watched it. Because I was only like 6 years old.
Remember one time, Robert Englund had called into this, or was on an interview with this show on WGN Radio. I managed to get a call in. It's like, it's kind of a shame that that Freddy always dies at the end of the movie, but that's what you get for not hailing to the chimp.
And I know this is an unpopular opinion, But I actually enjoy Jason X.
No, I did too. Wow, he's
Yeah.
good. Too good.
No, what was his name? Damn it, I can't remember his name. The dude's name. When they said he's screwed. I actually laughed at that part where he ended up on that giant like screw thing that was there for no
Yeah.
frickin' reason. It just existed in that world.
Well, would you like some beer or marijuana or premarital sex?
Yeah.
I don't like horror films too much, so I haven't seen many.
Well, Jason X really isn't scary.
No, it's funny.
It's funny. It's not scary at all. No,
It's basically them lampooning the point where a horror franchise goes in space.
yeah, yeah. That's
Of course, like after the first time that happened, every movie was doing that to lampoon horror movies going into space.
only they made fun of it a lot more.
It's like, you ever seen Leprechaun in space? No, the really good one, though, is Leprechaun in the Hood. A friend with weed is a friend indeed.
Oh God, the Leprechaun series.
Leprechaun in the Hood was the ultimate stoner comedy.
Just why did they make Leprechaun to begin with? Why?
Because they had a chance to get Warwick Davis and they wanted to make a horror movie.
Okay, I can forgive them for that.
And then they kept making them because, despite them being crap movies, Warwick Davis and everyone else had apparently a fun time just screwing around with the whole thing. It's a series of movies that got made just so people could hang out and screw around.
Yeah. But then again, there was always, it's garbage day.
Yes, drugs are bad. That's why I should throw out all the drugs my dad does, so he can breathe.
I think he's referring to, the marijuanas. You shouldn't inject
I know.
marijuanas into your penis. Injecting marijuanas into your penis is a bad idea, kids.
Drugs are bad.
Drugs are bad, okay? You shouldn't do drugs, okay?
Shouldn't do drugs. Drugs are bad. I meant recreational drugs. So you don't drink.
Oh, you mean like Xanax? What? Or ecstasy? LSD, though.
Well,
I can
considering
see
that marijuana actually has a lot of medicinal uses,
Yeah.
most of
true.
them pioneered by labs in Israel,
Yeah. Yeah.
a country whose drug laws are even more hardcore than ours.
Yeah. And heroin, which is something that is way overdosed, I mean not overdosed, but overprescribed already, because heroin is just basically Percocet. Heroin is Percocet.
Dude, I'll just tell you right now, watch Half Baked. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
Oh, I loved Half Baked. Did you ever
It's
suck
the stoner
dick?
comedy for people that don't even like stoner comedies.
Did you ever suck dick for marijuana?
No. Bob Saget.
Yeah. Bob saying, have you ever sucked dick for marijuana? It's like, no. Then you aren't addicted.
I never thought I'd say this, but you have smoked entirely too much weed.
Yeah. Oh, Jon Stewart.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, that was Jim Brewer.
Oh, yeah.
John Stewart was the guy who, with the $20 bill.
Oh, yeah. But John Stewart was the one that, it's the...
You ever
Damn.
see a $20 bill on weed?
Weed.
Is there a guy in the bushes? Attack team! I don't know.
I forgot what time. Okay, northbound train. So it's right there. I'm fairly liberal, so I don't actually care if people want to drink or do drugs. But that doesn't make them not bad. That's real punk. Wait, what? Real punk? I don't get it.
Dude,
I think all drugs should be legal, but highly...
I stay away from most forms of narcotics and whatever. I have an addictive personality. There is a history of alcoholism running through my family, so I drink very sparingly.
That's true with me, too. I have a very addictive personality myself. I stay away from things that get addictive. Like my only real addiction right now is
when you
soda
start going
and
against
cigarettes.
recreational drugs, you start have to going after everyone's method of escape that causes brain-altering effects.
Like
that includes
cigarettes,
video games, man.
video games, movies.
Anything that causes a positive feedback response in the brain. That's...
Yep. Even cartoons. Anything. Music. Music does that to people. Music can touch you. Inappropriately at times, but music can touch you. Have you ever noticed that? Music can touch you, but you can never touch music.
I already told you, or words of discouragement says, I already told you, I don't support video games. Just high school level science.
Hey, at least he's not on about the toilet antics anymore.
Uh-oh. That means he's a part of the DARE program, which actually caused drug usage to go up.
Up, yeah. That was, yeah, that. Yeah.
Look, I'm just messing with you, man. It's okay. Toilet antics? What?
What, did someone mention toilet antics?
No, that was about 30 minutes ago. Because I ate that bad. Yeah, that's what it was like.
Toilet antics
Hey,
are
kids.
necessary.
I'm Officer Henderson, and you should never do drugs. And here's all the drugs you shouldn't do, and a detailed description of how they make you feel. That we have to make legally accurate instead of exaggerating.
Don't you know? They put things in cigarettes that are turning the frickin' frogs gay. Wait,
And this is what we like to call Maui Wowie. It has a slightly aggressive high to it, but it's smooth going down, so you won't cough your lungs out.
Bahama Mama, which is a more soothing high, but it is a little bit harsh, so be careful when smoking it. Because it will make you cough your lungs out.
Are the frogs smoking the cigarettes to make them gay? What?
Oh, I said a minute ago that the government is putting chemicals in the cigarettes that are turning the freaking frogs gay. No, it's all the smoke coming out of the other end, not it's not actually in the cigarette, and it only affects frogs.
I thought it was the whole training them to wrap their lips around phallic objects.
That too. Or he has a good point. He thought the frogs who smoke didn't look cool. That's also a possibility.
Hey, it is cool to be gay.
The homo gay is never cool. I've actually seen someone say homo gay before. I'm like, what? Homo gay? What?
As opposed to the person who's just gay isn't happy. Isn't that obvious? Damn homo gays, never getting the joke.
Damn homo gays. Just damn homo gays. I want to catch this one just...
Oh no. The frogs don't... Besides, the frogs don't smoke cigarettes to make them look cool. They smoke the weed to make them look cool because they think it makes them come up with better songs.
Okay, there's a reason why the cigarettes used to be called fags. The conspiracy is coming together. Yes, because cigarettes turn you gay. Well, no, they turn the frogs gay. Not humans, just the frogs.
Sucking that nicotine. Sucking that butt.
Level 13. Should I or should I not?
There's something else I need to suck.
I think I'm gonna attack that. Merc Crypt.
What?
What level am I? Average of 8 and 9. Dear God,
He's attacking Black Lint.
Dear God, no, don't fight it. Yeah, I'm about
fight
to
it.
No.
Fight it.
No.
Do it. Do it.
I'll come back when I'm about level 15.
You're a traitor to the Republic and the Empire. You should do it.
Screw it. Because I blew it. I won't go through it. Mountain Dew it.
I'll witness the power of this fully armed and operational invisible dog defense. Oh, wait, no one's seen that sketch. I miss G4. It wasn't always accurate, but they had some funny sketches. And the scariest freaking commercials I've ever seen.
You said all that. Okay.
Words of discouragement. Execute Order 66. Do it. Chris, you need to get up and go watch Midnight Spank.
What?
You need to go and watch G4's late night block of midnight television.
Oh, I can't capture any. Duh. I keep on. I was wondering why I couldn't capture anything. I've got my whole thing full. My roster is full, so I can't capture anything right now. I forgot about that.
It's called Midnight Spank. It's from G4. It had the scariest commercials ever. Dave, do you want me to eat your other kidney?
Wait, what? Okay.
These commercials involved, just ordinary forest critters threatening horrors beyond all belief and sanity onto people.
Yeah,
it is They were the scariest commercials I've ever seen. Like the deer. But I'm busy exercising. David, I can make your entire family disappear.
Moogle.
Disappear forever. Then he looks at the portrait, and it's covered in black ink with the screaming noise from hell. And that's when I couldn't sleep for a month.
Damn it, I've got to get to a place where I can save and transfer some of these monsters so I can catch for more monsters. I think I remember seeing one of those or something.
Was it the one with the butterfly with the bag full of horrors? Or the gerbil that ate a guy's kidney? Those were freaking creepy. Those were just weird. I miss the show Code Monkeys, though.
Code Monkey want me to... Code Monkey... Damn it, I can't sing right now.
Code Monkey, very simple man.
With one very simple heart. Code Monkey like you. Code Monkey likes Fritos. Code Monkey likes having Mountain Dew. Code Monkey, very simple man. Very warm, fuzzy secret heart. Code Monkey like you. A lot.
I do a thing I sworn I'd never do.
What? What? Go silent?
No. Anyway.
Never. Never. Can't remember, but I do vaguely remember seeing something like that.
Join the chat.
Join the chat, really?
I am watching too. No, really. I do not want... I have to pause the thing and turn off live because I do not want the streaming data.
Yeah.
I do not want to run down my bandwidth limit.
Yeah.
Yes, Daron. Darren Ranston. It's my Rusty Shackelford.
Darren Ranston. Mine is just Prismer. Yay.
I can't afford to have people know my real name. Ever.
Okay, David. Wait.
How'd you know?
All right, David. I cannot allow you to do that, David. I'm afraid I cannot let you do that, David.
This is a problem that needs to be addressed.
Can't do anything. I'm in a small town in South Carolina. You're in Illinois.
Yeah. I have your address.
Or do you? Or did I?
No, you sent me a busted PlayStation 3. Your return address is on the package.
You still have that?
No, I sold it for scrap, but the box is just sitting around somewhere.
Okay, so I can't... Mirage boards. There we go. Man.
Yep, he is self-doxed.
Hey, I didn't say where in South Carolina.
Where in the world is
South
Chris
Carolina.
San Diego? Oh God! Now I'm all nostalgic and wistful for the Carmen San Diego game show.
Oh god, that.
I used to watch that as a little kid.
I played the game as a kid.
Not me. My computer sucked.
Well, I played it at the um, library.
Do 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 do
Okay.
do.
Yay!
Okay,
I
this is
just-
getting boring. I'm gonna look at porn.
Where in the world is Christopher Carolina?
Let's see. Oh yes. Okay, Google.
BBW.
Furry, snuff, foot fetish. Nah.
Snurry foot flurries. Damn it, I can't even talk straight. Never mind, I'm not even gonna say anything because I cannot talk straight. I know what you said. Furry snuff foot fetish. I was gonna say furryfootsnufffetish.com /
Wait, what was that middle thing? Nothing.
Wait, what was that? What was it? Snuff? What? No, don't worry about it.
Your level, plebe.
Huh. I've been watching porn this whole time. Get on my level, plebe.
Well, I've kind of had to be part of the stream here, so I was being polite. Looks like someone doesn't have manners.
Yeah, please no masturbating while I'm playing because that's weird. If you feel you have to masturbate,
I'm pretty
you know,
sure it would get your video banned.
huh?
I said I'm pretty sure it'd get your video banned.
Yeah, that might just do just that.
.biz. It's called the dark web. You get on my level. Wait.
You don't even know, man. I go to the deep, dark web. Get on my level. Okay, let's see here. Deep throat midget porn.edu.
Like you ever
Okay.
play Manhunt? It's worse than that.
You have to use the .biz for the freaky shit. No, you've got to use the .edu for the really freaky shit.
It's edutainment.
For midgets, isn't that oral deep throating? Midget oral dehydration asphyxiation.com. Like, wait, what?
That's right. I don't care it's going down the wrong tube. You drown it!
Yep.
Okay, that may have gone a little too far. I'm sorry. I will. As an act of contrition, I will go out into the snow and make a snow angel.
For great justice. D cups full of justice.
Yes, anonymous. That's me.
Make use of that shit.
Chris, he knows I'm a member of Anonymous. We have to get rid of him.
We know you're not Hydra, dude.
Oh, like Anonymous is actually a thing anymore.
Oh, they are. Just don't piss them off. Or Legion, rather. Legion, Hydra, Hydrangea, whatever. But I can hear you, you know. And look who it is.
Huh? Who shot who in the what now?
Look who it is.
Oh. Great, now we get the nightmarish forced laughing.
It's Yuna.
But with chibi voices. What?
I love Chibi Yuna.
Dude, anyone can be a member of Anonymous. All you have to do is basically say you're a member of Anonymous. They're like the online version of Antifa. Yeah, he's like, before I doxed myself as a member of Anonymous.
Antifa.
Yes.
Is worse, that I never got. I mean, Antifa is... It literally means anti-fascist.
Yeah, they're not an actual... They're not an actual organized organization.
That too. They're all mainly anarchists and communists. Like, literally, I've seen many of them identify as anarchists and communists.
No, I'm not pro-fascism.
Oh, God.
I'm a pinko commie sumbitch. That's right. And you're... That's right. It's the proletariat.
You are the
Coming
proletariat.
for you, bourgeoisie. Could have fooled me? What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I can't even keep up.
Is he calling me a Nazi? Are you calling me a Nazi word?
I don't agree with communism or anarchism either. I mean, I identify personally as a libertarian socialist, or more to the point, anarcho-syndicalist, but that ain't never gonna happen.
I'm a democratic socialist.
Yeah, that's why I mainly go with democratic socialists, because it's easier than having to explain what an anarcho-syndicalist is.
I don't have the energy for anarchism or full-on revolutionary communism.
Yeah.
It's too much work. It's no.
It's too much work. It's like, no. I regain SP every level, don't I? Yeah.
I just got sent to your other video. I think I bumped into the touchpad, so I missed a bit of what you were saying. We're saying we're too lazy to be full-on communists.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just too lazy.
We're
to be
Bernie
communists.
Sanders democratic socialists.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anarchists and
Okay.
communists are dumb people.
Like I said, I'm a libertarian socialist, which I know it sounds weird. Even Darren here doesn't get what libertarian socialist really is. It's mainly social democracy or democratic socialist. It's the same thing basically. It's more.
I'm just trying to point out that you're using terminology that has been ultimately corrupted and
Yeah,
is no longer valid in today's
pretty much.
lexicon.
You got that pretty fairly accurate there. It
Mitt
just
Rom, Mitt Rom, Paul, Ryan and Romney and all those other jackasses hijacked libertarianism
yeah, they
and
corrupted it.
ruined it.
Yeah,
They ruined it for the South Park guys and Penn and Teller.
yeah,
You know, libertarians that aren't douchebags.
yeah. Yeah, it kind of pisses me off too because libertarian was a good position to have. It was a very, I can't think of the word right now, honest position to take.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's. I'm not I'm. How do I put this? All right. First of all, words of discouragement. I actually agree with a lot of social services existing, like emergency services and stuff, but I'm also not anti-capitalism. I think it needs regulation to protect people from exploitation. Yes, yes.
Oh, excuse me.
Corporations should be corporations. Corporations aren't evil. They
Yeah,
exist to make money, and it's not a corporation's job to regulate itself. It's the government's job to regulate them.
yep. It's the government's job to regulate capitalism, pretty much.
Of course, the problem is to a select number of people on the internet. You are a communist.
Yep.
I'm a communist. We're all just dirty, filthy, pinko
Communists.
communists.
Yeah. We're all just red. Different
We
shades
want to
of red.
get double stuffed by a tag team of Stalin and Lenin. That's that's
The,
how
I
that's how
can't
it is.
even. I can't even count the number of times I've been called a communist. I have been called a communist, like, dear God, way too many times. I'm like, no, I'm by definition not a communist. Just like by definition, you are not a Nazi. I don't play word games like that. Yeah, a lot of people play
Wait,
word
what?
games. There are some people
Were
that,
you calling a Nazi?
not you. I didn't call anybody a Nazi. The only people I call Nazis are people who actually identify as Nazis.
Well, I also call the people that try to say they're not Nazis but agree with everything that Nazis stand for Nazis. But
Yeah. Yeah, true.
and then there are the other ones that are just white power morons. Like John Tron. That's right. I'm throwing shade at you, John Tron. Come get you some. You can't see it because there's no video, but I got my arms out and I'm doing the come here thing with both hands. Like,
Oh, come at me, bro.
come on.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. Statists. Yeah, that's the point. I'm a coward. I don't actually want him to hear me. I'm kind of a wuss.
Yay, they're level 10, except for the one that I want to be level 10. Great.
You know what? No, I think I could take JonTron. Somebody tell him about this video. I know I have a few 100 pounds on him. I can just sit on him.
I mean, I'm
You
not
could have fooled me.
I'm not a full-on SJW, but I'm also not a freaking Nazi.
Yeah, and I'm from Chicago. You know what they call it around here? Chirac.
Chirac. Wow.
That's what I say to him. You want a war, John? Welcome to Chirac. Let's sit down and yell at each other while eating combos, while we watch The Bears.
Oh God, the Bears. The Bears.
It's Chirac. C-H-I as in Chi-Town. I know it's not spelled that way, but it's followed by R-A-Q, and I just...
Chirac like chai, the T, and Iraq. Chirac.
No, like, it's spelled like Iraq, but with a C-H in front of it.
Yeah, Chirac.
Iraq.
Chai, yes, chai tea. Chai tea is so relaxing too, by the way. Yes, Chirac. This sounds calming.
Because our pre Rahm Manuel mayor decided, hey, all those projects where the gangs are, let's break them up and move all the families all over the west and south sides, spreading gang activity everywhere, creating a climate of fear and violence throughout the city.
In other words, Chicago.
Hooray, Chicago politics. It's not actually very calming. It's actually quite worrisome.
It's the opposite of calming.
A lot of people actually call it that because you could get shot walking down the wrong street in this city.
Well, there's one town that you could get shot if you go into down here. And I live about a mile away from it. But I'm not the right color to get shot in that area.
Where I live, it has literally been as cold as the surface of my... You live in Canada?
Yeah, it is in Canada, yeah.
Do you know Jen? Nah. All Canadians know each other, right? I mean, it's not that big a country.
the place where I live, it is so
Oh,
racist that there's one. Like I said, there's literally one town you can go in. It's all white
holy
people.
shit. I do not envy you. I do not envy you the cold, at least. Holy shit. Eric got down to minus 40.
Damn.
Yeah, it's a small country.
Oh yeah, every Canadian knows each other. I mean, you know, what's the,
Uh,
I mean, you know Michael Myers, right? Wait, what was that his name? God damn it, I can't remember.
Mike Myers.
Mike Myers, yeah. You know Jim Carrey then? Justin Bieber?
Yes. And you've probably eaten human flesh. Thank you, Robert Picton. Who doesn't? He was Austin Powers.
True.
I prefer to think him as Wayne.
Yeah, we're best buds hanging out this weekend.
God, that Robert Picton thing was fucked up, though. From Wayne's World, yeah, he was also in that movie. It's like how Jim Carrey was also in Ace Ventura.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
actually...
but some...
Crap. There it goes. Okay. My controller.
Okay.
My controller disconnected for a second there. Damn it, come on. Reconnect. Stupid controller. Crap. There we go.
Besides, I prefer Michael Myers' ultimate movie quality. The Cat in the Hat.
That.
Oh God, no!
You dirty hoe. Dirty hoe. The teleport stone can be used as many times as you want to whisk back to the entrance of the dungeon. Faster you can blink. Unfortunately, it's a one-way trip, but a stone can come in handy when you have to swap in mirages or return to Diamond Hills for a breather. Talking
Michael
about
Myers
Ragnarok.
was the killer, not the comedic actor. Yes, we know. Except that guy in Baby Driver, he didn't know. Well, I told you to get Michael Myers masks. This is Michael Myers. No, man, the guy from the movie. You mean Jason?
I cannot remember Michael. I can't remember his last name.
What, Jamie Foxx?
How did... I'm not... It's getting way too late for you, man.
Kevin Spacey? Who?
Michael, and not Michael J. Fox.
Michael Keaton?
No. Ken Ham? What? No. Not Ken Ham.
You mean Mike Myers? Who we were just talking about.
Yeah, Mike Myers, yeah. I'm running out of smokes. There are not enough cigarettes in the world for you.
John Hamm. John Hamm. For the last time, Word, it's not John Hamm.
Ken Ham. It's Ken Ham. Ken Ham is one of the best actors.
I know who it is you were thinking of. Samuel L. Jackson.
That's who it was. No, it's Morgan Freeman. You know, that guy that was like in charge of apartheid Africa all those years ago, and he died like a couple years ago. Yeah, him. That Morgan Freeman dude.
God damn. Great, now I'm choking on his name. Choking isn't. No, I don't mean like. Oh God, now I sound like an asshole. Men. Man.
You really don't know his name?
I know his name. I'm having that thing where I know the name. I can't get it.
Harvey Mandel? Harvey Mandel?
What? No! Who's Harvey Mandel? Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, Nelson Mandela. I know. I knew who you were talking. I was trying to do that whole name game thing we were doing earlier, but it failed, so anyway.
It was Nelson Mandela.
Yeah, Nelson Mandela, yeah. You mean, words of discouragement, you mean that you didn't catch when I said apartheid South Africa and the whole peaceful resistance thing?
Mirage Keepers.
Yeah, Mirage Keepers.
Well, a lot of people were under the illusion that he died in prison.
Yeah. And that's how we got the Mandela effect.
The cold?
Well, if you think about it, the ice region is kind of like a desert because there's no water.
Yes, and there's an extreme heat discrepancy that could affect the way the air refracts light, so...
Yeah, that's why there's a real danger to snow blindness in like really icy regions. It literally can blind you, the sun reflecting off the white snow.
Hey, it was the Berenstein Bears.
That was Berenstain.
That's the conspiracy. That's what they want you to think. The Illuminati. Berenstain Bears. Illuminati confirmed.
Yay, finally. I can't remember if it's...
Well, you don't have to tell me about the snow and the cold. I'm from Chicago. And while we don't have it as badly as you do, we still have a shitload of it right now.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting nailed by a blizzard.
You are from Canada, I forgot. And you are from Chicago, I forgot for like a split second about that.
Sorry,
I love this part just because this character is just... I love this character.
Dude, don't. Words laughing at me saying blizzard. Dude, look. look up the Chicago blizzard. That it gets rough here.
Yeah, there are people that actually die waiting in cars because they are covered in snow.
Yeah, Lakeshore Drive can become a death trap, a literal death trap during a blizzard. Lake Michigan splashes up, the ice freezes on the roads, car accidents, and then everyone's getting snowed into their cars and buried. That shit happens.
On a daily basis.
No, what? No, I didn't say.
On an hourly basis.
Stop helping.
Like 10 people die per day. They just reproduce a lot.
Stop helping.
I'm helping. I'm helping you. That is the only thing I remember from that Aqua Base show. I can't remember the name of it right now.
The what?
The cartoon, Aqua
Sealab
something.
2021.
That's it, yeah. Sealab 2021.
Bizarro, I'm helping. Bizarro.
I'm helping you.
Personally, my favorite moment was send my regards to Queen Doppelpopolis.
Queen Doppelopoulos. I can access.
And of course, the studio that did that would eventually go on to make Archer.
I didn't know that was them.
Yep. That was a C-Lab 2021, guys.
Well, damn. That explains a lot.
Started with that and Harvey Birdman and the other, Hanna-Barbera cartoons they had access to on Adult Swim. Ha ha! Body in a wood chipper. Sorry, I was thinking of Harvey Birdman.
Harvey Birdman. I know it has nothing to do with Harvey Birdman, but I'm actually... what was I thinking? It's getting too late.
Never did get to play the Harvey Birdman video game. Yes, there was. It was done in the style of freaking,
The Birdman movie.
Huh?
The
No.
Birdman movie.
No, it was done in the style of freaking, Phoenix Wright.
No, I was thinking of a show of that movie. I was thinking of the Birdman movie for some reason. You brought up Harvey Birdman. For some reason,
Is it because I said Michael Keaton earlier?
I don't even know. My head, I'm getting sleepy. My brain goes to weird places.
Yeah, it does. You need to get that checked out.
But no, I was about to say, I couldn't get into the Birdman movie. I just, it was boring for the most part.
I still haven't seen it.
It's not that great.
Oh well.
I can't do any quests, damn it. Okay, I've got
Do you
to...
really want to feel him?
Yay!
Harvey Birdman, attorney at law.
I was going to stuff all in 1999. Oh wait, here in South Carolina, earlier last month, we got an astonishing amount of like 2 inches of snow.
Oh God, dude,
Well,
you're gonna laugh at that 2 inches, but remember, this is South Carolina. You
yeah,
live in Canada, where snow is the reality, and everyone is goddamn ready for it.
yeah, exactly. We don't have like these inventions called salt
Or
or, or
plows.
plows, snow plows. Sure, it only lasted for a week and a half, but still, this is frickin' South Carolina. We don't have the things y'all have for snow.
It's like in Chicago, we get 3 feet. It's no big deal, but
It snows here, everything shuts down.
yeah. Three
Everything.
snowflakes hit the ground and everyone starts freaking out in South Carolina, man.
Yeah, pretty much. If it hits the ground and it sticks, we're like, no, everything's shut down now. You can't go to the grocery store. Can't even go to the grocery store if they shut it. Just no.
Yeah, everyone's driving the kind of trucks that if you tried to go out in the snow, you'd slide sideways and die instantly. Just spin out. Yeah, I just love seeing news reports for school closures for like 1 inch of snow. I always
Yeah.
laugh when I see that. I remember having to walk through unplowed snow up past my knees while walking to school.
Champion Gauge, yeah.
I used to have to get driven to school. I had to go down freaking
Now check
Lakeshore
this out.
Drive.
Check this out.
And in
Yeah.
Chicago, when winter and the words blizzard come up, everyone shits a brick when you hear the words Lakeshore Drive.
Yeah, I can call on Sephiroth now. Woo.
And I had to walk 30 miles all the way past Miss Jenkins' house.
Well,
Okay,
man, my
words is
voice just
words
went
words is
low.
getting kind of like crazy old man with his description of walking to school.
Like -30 something weather, and I had to walk to school. I sound like a super old man, but
Did
only
you
25.
really? You sure you didn't have to tie an onion to your belt because it was the fashion at the time?
Well, guys, that'll do it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed this video because I'm just gonna leave it here. I'm
All
getting
right.
too sleepy and everything, and yes, this has already been a 3 hour long. This is like 3 episodes long for me. So, if you're ever interested in future content, just like and comment on this video and subscribe and do all that good stuff and share it with all your friends. And if you really like my content, you can, always, hit that subscribe button, and it's right there. You just click on subscribe, and if you click on the little bell thing, you'll even see when I go online. Isn't that an awesome thing? You can actually see when I go online. Oh, and I also have my Twitter and my Discord is down there in the description, so you don't have an excuse now.
And you can catch me at I don't care.
was
See you
nice.
later, everybody.
Yeah, see y'all later. Have a wonderful night. And wait for OBS to show up. There we go. Bye for now.